MK and I am joining Christy's Beautiful Life for round 10 of 30 Days of Sketches. This is the sketch that I will be creating today. It is day 1 by Jessica Michaels. And for what I have picked out, I have this 49 and Market paper that is just a leftover. I don't even remember what it's called, but I believe it's from the Hike More collection. I also have this beautiful wood grain that is also a Minte collection. It's beautiful. And then I have this dual dot marker by Nuvo. It is new to me because I received it in my Tonic Studios craft kit. This one is in Black Pearl. And to be honest, I would have never even tried these out if they did not come in my kit. I also have a branding strip from 49 and Market's Hike More. I have some wood veneer stars that I'm going to leave just this blonde color and go ahead and add those to my layout just the way they are. And then I have this really cool stencil, you guys, from Scrapping Reflections. The shop over there is just phenomenal, and I cannot wait to use this awesome stencil. It is just a layered star stencil, and it's just so fun. This is the photo that I'm going to be playing with today, and then I pulled out my Basil Marshmallow cardstock. So I'm going to get started here. I'm going to go off camera and cut off my branding strip because that's boring, and then I'm going to take these stars and go ahead and basically I plan on mimicking this beautiful, beautiful sketch. I want to keep calling it a layout, you guys. I apologize. But this beautiful sketch, I'm going to mimic it to like the letter. And I just fell in love with it, in all honesty. Had to have one of my own. So I'm going to layer up the star stencil. And what I'm doing now is putting this, mint light tack tape down so that way it holds the inner bit and the outer bit, and then here in a minute I'm going to remove the center bit. That way I have my masking going on for what I want to do. Then I'm going to take the broad tip portion. Now there's a small tip and a big tip. I'm going to take the big tip and go ahead and outline my star because I haven't quite figured out what I'm going to do just yet, because I want a colored in star and I didn't know what I wanted or how I wanted to color it in. So I don't care if it's messy or anything because I knew I was going to color it in. And then I decided I'm just going to squiggle. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to leave little bits of white here and there and everywhere so that way it doesn't look like the perfect little star, but I'm just squiggling in between my two stencil pieces. And that is it. Ta-da! There is my star. It is so pretty and I'm so excited. However, I do have to tell you guys that the pen stays a little wet on the star part, so I'm going to go ahead and clean that off really, really quickly with a dry towel first. That way I can go ahead and get it done and over with, because as soon as I started picking it up, I noticed that I had a little, it rubbed off on my fingers, and before I went and touched my white back of paper, my white background, I'm definitely going to make sure that that star got all rubbed off first. So I'm going to do the exact same thing with the smaller star. I have an outer star and an inner star and then the outline, so that way I can get my stars lined up correctly. Now, I did notice that some of the stars, which is absolutely fine in my opinion, some of the stars are not exactly perfect. So like the smaller star is actually going to be wider in some spots than they are in others. Now, how I had to put the inner star, seeing how it didn't have a little inside bit to put tape on, I just had to fold over a piece of tape and then hold it down with my finger to make sure that it wasn't going to twist and turn as I am coloring in my with my marker. So anyways, but yeah, some of the areas on this star is thinner in some spots. Doesn't bother me one bit. I like the messiness of the stars. That's what I was going for to begin with. So awesome sauce. I absolutely love how this turned out. I'm so excited. I did a little happy dance. You guys can't see it because it's off camera, but then I'm going to use this beautiful sage color from the, oh my gosh, from Distress Ink. I can't remember. I think it is called just Sage or something like that. Oh, that can't be it. That doesn't sound Tim Holtzy enough for me. But I definitely wanted to get a green that, one I haven't used. And I've never used this green. I don't know why. It's beautiful. Really? I should have used this a long time ago, but now I really want to know what the name of that sage green is called. So I'm going to go figure out what it is really, really quickly. Bundled. It's called bundled sage. I'm sorry, that was bothering me that I didn't know. So anywho, going to go ahead and use this packaging technique. I spray a little bit of water to get the darker spots, a lot of water to get the lighter spots, and then that way I can get a variation of color just by using one ink pad instead of pulling out several greens and then be a little upset because it wasn't the right green. Thought I was going to do some splattering, and then I realized I want some more green. Yep, I do. And actually what I'm going to do with this green is some splats. I really like doing this, especially with the distress inks, because it's almost like you're pulling in a third color. I don't know how the magic is just awesome. I have no idea how it even does that, but I fall in love with it every single time. Okay, so for my photo, I'm going to do a two matte photo. And so a 2-layered matte, I think is what it's actually called. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my ruler to rip the bottom portion and then scuff it up. I'm not going to scuff up everything, but that's how it's going to go. And then I'm going to guesstimate how much I want of this 49 and Market paper. And that way I can go ahead and have it ripped at the edge, but I didn't want another edge ripped because then it wouldn't go with what I was going for. And I did about 1/4 of an inch bigger than my first mat for this one, but I'm not going to put it on straight. And then I'm going to use the other side because it had this really cool butterfly and this really cool leaf. So I went ahead and scuffed up the two edges. I'm going to put the leaf up on the top because that's, you know, kind of the way that it looks like it's flowing. And then the butterfly down at the bottom because then that way I have a cool little butterfly going on there. So wanted those pieces. And then I want Get Lost to be my title, just a nice, short, simple title. Here we are hiking up in the Ruby Mountains. I love doing this hike because our elevation that we have down by our house is, I want to say 5,200 feet above sea level or 53. And when we hike up in the mountains, we go as high as about 9,000 feet above sea level. And there's actually a hunt that my husband enjoys doing that is at 12,000 feet, which is at the peak, well, one of the peaks of the Ruby Mountains. And so he really enjoys doing that. And so we take the kids up there so that way they get, you know, the elevation differences and whatnot. And it's just a fun hike and the air is so cool. And oh my gosh, we love doing this. Absolutely love it. The busier that our family gets, however, the less we are doing this. And we even had plans to how many times we were going to go to the canyon this summer, and not once did we end up going. So I'm very, very sad about that, really. And the snow is about ready to hit up there. And once the snow hits, you can't make it up the canyon. You can't even drive up there to go and enjoy the beautiful snow. You can see people parked down at the bottom, and they will be, they'll have trailers and they'll snowboard, or not snowboard, I apologize, snowmobile up the rest of the way. So, and unfortunately we don't own snowmobiles, so that's not going to happen on our end. But yeah, we do enjoy walking up there in July and having snowball fights. That's fun. So anywho, just going to go ahead and do my little scattering of stars, and I'm just going to keep it up in the upper right-hand corner, just like in the sketch. At first, I thought it was kind of weird. I wasn't too sure if I really liked it going in that direction. And then I just went with it. I didn't even think about it anymore, didn't even contemplate whether it was weird or not. And but I love the scattering of the stars. Now, I definitely did a little bit more stars than what is in the sketch. But here I am just thinking about it going, is that all it needs? Like, should I add a little bit of something down at the bottom? Nope, I am perfectly good. I tore the little arrows off of that border strip and added that at the bottom of my photo, and I'm good. I really like how plain and simple this layout is. It was fun to create. I love using those masked stencils by Scrapping Reflections. I have a circle one and a star one, and they are my favorite. Even if I'm just tracing or coloring them in or whatever, they are super fun. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Be sure to check out everyone else that is joining Christy and her beautiful life. This is round 10 for her, and it's all exclusive sketches made only for the 30 days of sketches, which is actually 31 because there's 31 days in October, but it's always been called 30 days of sketches. All right. There's a Facebook group listed down below. There is a playlist listed down below for everyone that is playing along, as well as, what? I forgot. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. All right, you guys. I'll talk to you later. Bye.